Hello and welcome to another quick to the point After Effects tutorial. In this one I am going to show you how to take a logo in SVG format, prep it in Adobe Illustrator and then animate it in After Effects. These are some of the techniques I use all the time when animating simple logos just like this. Okay, first open the SVG logo in Adobe Illustrator. What we need to do is separate the elements of the logo into individual layers so that when we import it into After Effects will then treat the image as a series of individual layers. We'll start by making additional layers, so in the bottom right corner we'll click the Create New Layer icon. And with the arrow tool selected, we're going to cut and paste each logo element into its own layer. To do this, we simply click on a part of the logo you want to separate, in this instance the arrow, Ctrl or Command X to cut it, then click on the empty layer you want to copy it to and hit Ctrl or Command Shift and V. This will paste in place, meaning it will retain its position when pasting to the new layer. Repeat this until every element has its own layer. Name the layers accordingly, this will help you when animating. Now save this as an illustrator.ai file. Now let's jump over to After Effects. Import the logo AI file into After Effects. In the Import Kind menu, select Composition. This will import the Illustrator file as a composition, retaining the file's pixel size and layers. Now Ctrl or Command N to create a new composition. Name it accordingly. And change the size of the composition to fit your needs. I'm going for 4K in this instance, as I tend to make animated logos as big as possible, so they can be shrunk into any other size after that. And as it's vector-based graphics, there's no issue of scaling up at this stage. Open up the imported logo composition, select all of the layers, Command or Ctrl C to copy them, open up the new composition we just created, and Ctrl or Command Shift V to paste them in place, so that their positioning and relation to each other is preserved. Now what we want to do is scale up the logo elements so that we can fill the composition. We want to scale them up and retain their relationship to each other, so what we need to do is create a null object. Now go to Layer, New, and Null Object. Select all of the logo layers and parent them to the null object. Be sure to check the little sun icon on each layer. This is continual rasterisation, which basically means with vector assets, After Effects will continually redraw from the vector information so that no matter how much you scale up, no quality will be lost. Now once they are all linked, we can scale up and reposition the null object until we have the logo at the right size and in the right place. And now we can start animating. To start, we are going to work on the square part of the logo. Without anything selected, click on the pen tool. This will allow us to draw a shape. Now draw a line following the shape of the box. Once done, this will give us a stroke that we can tweak and resize until the shape underneath is completely covered. The idea is that we're going to use this stroke layer to reveal the box part of the logo below. Now we just need to animate the stroke inside the contents of the shape layer. Below you can see an add option. We want to click this and then select Trim Paths. This is how we will animate the reveal. Drag the Trim Paths effect to the bottom of the layer contents. This means it will be actioned last and tied to the entire content. For instance, if you had more than one stroke in your shape layer, the Trim Paths effect could be added to each one separately or them both as a singular effect. We are going to animate the end value. Keyframe at 0%, then move forward and keyframe at 100%. Select both keyframes and hit F9 to set them to easy ease. We can tweak this by clicking on the graph editor. Here we can play around with a speed ramp. By pulling on these handles, you can change the speed at which the keyframes are animated. Lengthening the end handle will make the start of the animation really fast, and it will slow down as it comes to an end. I use this a lot in my animating, as I find it makes the end points in any movement a bit smoother and more natural. But you can play around to see what works for the animation you're doing. Now for housekeeping, let's name that shape layer Box Mat. And now we want to set that layer as an alpha matte for the box layer of the logo. If we hit the spacebar to preview that, we can see how the animation plays out. As you can see, as the animation plays out, the stroke doesn't quite line up with the logo element below, and we see some weird artifacting as it reveals. So we just need to tweak the positioning of the path until this looks right. There are other settings you can play with, such as the line cap and line join. These can give your stroke different looks as they animate out. That's the first part done. We can now move on to the arrow. First thing to do with the arrow, hit Y to bring up the anchor point tool and move the anchor point to the middle of the arrow, or where you intend to animate from. Set a keyframe for the position of where the arrow is now. Move back a few frames and move the arrow into the starting position. Now we have a simple movement for the arrow. Select both keyframes and hit F9 to set them to easy ease. So let's tweak this in the graph editor. Like before, if we pull the handle of the end position, we can tweak the speed so the movement starts off fast and then slows to a stop in its final position. Now we just need to make a reveal for the arrow. If we hit Command or Control Y, or go to Layer, New Solid, and we'll create a new solid. We'll call this Arrow Matte. With the Arrow Matte layer selected, we'll take the pen tool and draw around the edge of the box. We'll turn this into an alpha matte, and now let's set the arrow layer to use the Arrow Matte as an alpha matte. Let's tweak the order at which the box and arrow play out by moving the keyframes on those layers. I want the arrow to land as the box finishes animating out, so they arrive together. To sell that a bit more, let's turn on motion blur, and let's see how that plays. Now let's move over to the two parts of the logo. It's in two parts, so let's first name that layer bottom 2 because for some reason I didn't do this during the Illustrator stage. We're going to reveal the bottom line of the two using the same method we used for the box reveal, by creating a shape layer with a stroke applied. Then using trim paths to reveal the stroke. As before, select both keyframes and hit F9 to set them to easy ease. Click to open the speed graph and just like before, pull the handle on the keyframe to change the speed. And then setting the bottom layer of the two to use the shape layer as a track matte and hit the motion blur checkbox. And the top part of the two we can animate out like the arrow, create a new solid. Call that top 2 matte. And then mask out the bottom part of the two. Set the top part of the two to use the top 2 matte as an alpha matte. Keyframe the end position and then move back a few frames and move the top part of the two down and out of sight. Keyframe that. Select both keyframes and hit F9 to set them to easy ease. Open up the graph editor and pull the handle on the end keyframe. As before, that will speed up the initial movement but then slow down to a halt. Playing that back, we can now see the icon and the two animating in nicely. Now let's move on to the dock part of the logo, and I think we'll keep this bit nice and simple. So let's create a new solid layer and call this dock matte. And now draw a mask from the very edge of the icon. Set the dock layer to use the dock matte as an alpha matte and click the icon to set that as an inverted matte. Set a position keyframe. Move back a few frames. Move the position of the dock to be hidden by the dock matte. Select both keyframes and hit F9 to set them to easy ease. Open the graph editor and, like before, pull the handle on that endpoint to soften the stop. Now all we have to do is give the layers a little tidy up and reposition the keyframes to get the effect we want. For instance, I want the arrow in the box to animate out, then the dock, and then the two. Tweak the keyframes until you are happy with the order of movement. And there we have it. We've taken an SVG file, prepped it in Illustrator, imported it into After Effects, and have created an animated logo asset that can now be used in a variety of ways, from intro stings to email signatures, end titles, lower thirds, and so on. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments if you found this tutorial useful. These tutorials are designed to teach techniques and principles that can help you in your projects.